Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello, my name is Loey. How is life? How is everything? I feel like it's been a while since you and I talked, even though it's like been a week. Every time that I don't go on YouTube daily, which is literally never because, you know, I'm busy playing Harvest Moon and stuff. Actually, Story of Seasons. Do you guys want a whole video on the Story of Season and Harvest Moon breakup? I know it's not like really paranormal, but it really rocked some stuff in my life when it all happened. Anyway, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. It's a great game. And not much can shake me out of the launch of a new farming simulator. I am a big fan of very relaxing games like that, especially when I'm streaming so many scary games over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/LoeyStromboli. Shameless self-promo. But when I found this, and when I say I found this, really you all found this and just tagged me in the hundreds. It's how I find all things that I talk about here on this channel, whether it is a creepy mystery, a paranormal haunting, an alternate reality game, whatever. I always find my finds through you guys by tagging me over on TikTok for the most part. You can tag me at LoeyBugXO, give me a follow. I post some sometimes kind of cool videos over there. But this video of a girl finding something so unexplainable behind the mirror of her teensy tiny little New York City apartment kept getting into my mentions over on TikTok. I kept seeing people tagging me in it, tagging me in it, tagging me in it, to the point that like it was the only video I could spot in my tags. Like it was just dozens and dozens into the hundreds of you tagging me in these videos. And so I thought, okay, if there's this many people tagging me, there has to be something fascinating to this. The first video doesn't offer up a ton of information, but essentially we find out that this woman in the videos, her is Samantha Hartso. Essentially, she explains in this first video that she's cold, and it's New York City, so of course it's cold, but she has her heat on. She shouldn't be cold, and when she walks into her bathroom specifically, she can feel gusts of cold air hitting her as if it's coming from somewhere. And look at that.
You can see my hair blowing in the cold wind. So I start searching, right? Okay, there's a vent up there, nothing's coming out.
In this video, she goes so far as to show her little tufts of hair literally billowing in the wind. Like there is clearly an air source from somewhere. And according to her, it is cold. So it is not her furnace, it is not her AC. And she even goes as far as to show us that there is no fan doing this. It's not like a trick, a camera trick or something. The AC vent is far across the bathroom, and yet she feels these cold gusts of air. So why? Like, what is it? This is when she makes a startling discovery.
The air is coming from the mirror. Okay, and I realize the mirror moves. Let me show you what I found in my New York City bathroom.
The cold air is coming from her very own bathroom mirror. Cold gusts of wind coming from the mirror in her bathroom. I would have had an absolute mental breakdown. Like, excuse me, cold air coming from the mirror? Like, number one, is that even possible? Number two, is there a ghost inside of the mirror? Is it Bloody Mary herself coming back to get me for playing Bloody Mary in the 3rd grade? I'm still really sorry about that girl. But Samantha is clearly not as easy to scare as I am, as she invites over and enlists the help of several friends, who she shows giving their honest reactions to, in the beginning of her second video, what she finds behind her very own bathroom mirror.
Just the electrical. Oh, no.
There's a room back there.
No way.
Wow.
So what if someone's living in there right now?
It's like, the weirdest part about this is they didn't fill it out on either side of this hole.
In a startling turn of events, as Samantha lifts her mirror off of the wall, there is a giant hole inside. And not just any hole, a hole that has been lazily half boarded up and is leading into a separate room that she is completely unaware of. And when I tell you my jaw dropped, I was like, how can that even be possible? It's at this point that she masks up and decides to go and investigate the room that she has found on the other side of her mirror. I want to again reiterate how disturbing it must have been to realize that not only is there just a giant hole inside of your apartment leading into a room that does not belong to you, but also that it wasn't patched up and that it seems to be uninhabited. Super, super freaky. Episode 3 is all about her hilariously trying to figure out how she can make it through this window. She's not sure if her hips are gonna fit. Relatable. She's not sure if, like, you know, she's gonna fall, how is she gonna step down, but eventually she does get through. The part that I really wanted to highlight from this video is that if you look really closely at this part where she kind of like shows back through the hole to her own bathroom to her friend, you can see these 3 little lights above like the hole, almost like this was a bathroom completely opposite hers. So I think we can deduce pretty much immediately that this is like another apartment unit or room or bathroom. It's just another part of this place that she's in. You can see here that there's a hole basically where the mirror would go on this side too, which has to be really freaky because it's like you're like stepping through the hole into an alternate world where your apartment unit is completely unfurnished and just creepy, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
John, there's trash bags and stuff.
You smell something dying.
What's wrong with me? Okay, so there's lots of life.
Now, it's here that we get a really good glimpse into the room that is through the hole in her bathroom. And I think this is where you can kind of figure out that this is an entire separate apartment unit that is immediately behind hers that is like a shell of her apartment unit, I am sure. There's a toilet detached from the wall, just like sitting in a big open room. There's a closet without anything inside of it. There are unfinished light fixtures and just like boxes and trash, even a core water bottle just sitting on the balcony, exposed wires, pipes. The place is not livable or inhabitable.
It's freezing in here. Wow, this is a whole other apartment. Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this door. Made it out alive. My landlord's getting a really fun phone call tomorrow. Hi neighbor, how are you? Oh, no.
She wonders to herself throughout the series, was someone living back there? Like, was someone living in this unfinished apartment right behind hers? And it's freaky to think about because if they were, they had immediate direct access to her apartment through a simple hole behind a mirror. And that had to be really insane to come to terms with, I'm sure. But she continues to show this, you know, walks downstairs and actually finds a door leading out of the apartment into the rest of her building. So it's confirmed this is a separate unit that clearly they're like working on, doing construction on. I still think it's kind of weird that like she didn't hear any construction noise. Maybe she did and just, you know, didn't think anything of it. Either way, I can't believe this hole behind her mirror just exists. And it makes you wonder, has it existed for a long time? How long has she lived there? Like, has it been there as long as she has? I feel like cutting a hole behind someone's mirror is like not an easy thing to get away with. And I also feel like a landlord would have a serious like suit on their hands with all of this, really. She ended up on Ellen talking about this situation and, you know, the apartment and just kind of like talking about her experience finding this hole in the wall. But to this day, pretty much, she's continued to post other TikToks, but I don't know that there was ever like a resolution. I don't know that there was ever anything like found, or if she explained what this hole in the wall was. How long has it been there? Since when was that apartment so empty? No one has lived in that unit for a while, very clearly. And it's obvious that it's going through some kind of renovation. But how freaky is it that like there was just a hole in the wall behind this woman's mirror, and the only reason she even found out was because it was so freaking cold over the winter. Like, that hole would have just sat there, unfound, undiscovered, if it had not been for the fact that the cold air breezing through the hole got past her window and alerted her to the fact that something wasn't quite right. It always leads me to this place where I imagine the worst personally, and I think that that's just kind of like me reading these scary internet stories all the time and feeling kind of creeped out at the sight of like anything spooky. I wonder, like, God, what? I don't know. It freaks me out so bad. Like, what if someone had been living through there and they climbed through the little hole and pushed past her window, and just like, they were like wall people, like, you know, the people that like live in the walls, you hear all the stories about them like eating people's foods, and what if it was like that? But even worse, because they had a whole freaking apartment. You can't find them. They're in a whole apartment through the little Coraline window. Mirror, same difference. I don't know. This really freaks me out. Was this enough for a full video? I'm really not sure, but I couldn't stop thinking about it, and so I wanted to make sure that everybody else had to think about it as well. Before I go, I wanted to touch on something really quickly. One of my last videos was about the account Knitted Sun over on TikTok, and about the person who had created an ARG around an art project done by Mariek Voslugis. I'm still not sure how to say her name. The owner of the Knitted Sun account did reach out to me and tagged me in a post and commented on the video and everything, stating that allegedly the person who created the Knitted Sun, the person who created the suit, had given them, the person running the account, full authorization, like full permission to not only use the photos, but to use them in an ARG. I wanted to let you all know that. I still am not sure if I'm gonna do a follow-up anytime soon, if at all. It was just something that I wanted to let you guys know, because I know that for me, I was pretty like meh at the end of that, just sort of like wigged out that, you know, this woman's art project had been used in like such a very serious, dark ARG. In a way that I thought was without her permission. We're now operating under the assumption that she has given permission, but yeah, I wanted to let you guys know, even though I pinned a comment stating it in the last video, just to be safe, you know? I just wanted to make sure that I said it in another form, but I'm not doing an update video because I'm still not sure about that account. Still wigs me out. I want to say a very special thank you to my subscriber Elise for watching today's video and for being a member of this channel. Don't forget that if you want to become a member of my channel, get one extra members exclusive video every single month, as well as fun extra perks. You can do so by hitting that little join button. It should be somewhere around here on the screen, and yeah, it's really fun. We would love to have you in our little family. But for now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you very, very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.